Welcome everybody to the Running Through the Jungle Friday night NFL Pick'em show. Look who I have here. I have Noah Olson from At the Office, their Cleveland Browns podcast. I'll say Cleveland in general podcast. My boy Justin Lacey, he had some prior engagements, so he's not here, but he sent me his picks. Noah, how are you doing, man? How you been? I haven't talked to you it's been a bit.
It has been a bit, man. I'm doing good. We've got a lot of good stuff cooking up over at the office. We're doing a live show this weekend at a bar, pre-gaming our Patriots Browns show. So I'm looking forward to that. And I'm looking forward to hopping on here. You know, my laptop was all shut down. I was ready to enjoy the freaking weekend. And then Tim texts me and is like, you want to do a pick'em show real quick? And, you know, my ass loves to make content. So I was like, yeah, let me get set up. I'll do it real quick. I'll hop on.
I appreciate you, man. I do. I really appreciate it. I was going to come on here solo, and then I was like, you know what? Let me see what my boy Noah's doing over at the office, see if he's still in the office or if he's at home. And Noah told me, he goes, you actually woke me up I actually was just waking up from a nap. I'm like, who takes a nap at 6:30 or at, what was it, like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the afternoon? I'm like, what are you doing?
A Friday nap after the work week, trust me, it's a completely different thing. I get all sprawled out on the couch. I take about an hour, I reset, and I'm ready to go for the weekend.
All right, I understand. Yeah, I'm getting old now these days, so it's like once I'm up and awake, I'm ready to rock. So
I
that
tend to
being
be the
said,
same way. Go ahead.
Yeah,
man.
oh yeah. So yeah, that being said, let's get into the pick'ems. Let me get my share on. Hold on. I like to use Bleacher Report when it comes to our pick'em show. So we had the Vikings and the Chargers last night. Just real quick, Justin and I both picked the Chargers to win, and they demolished the Vikings 37-10 last night. We predicted it because, it seems like on Thursday Night Football, people come into town and they just can't beat the home team. Noah, what was your opinion on the game?
Yeah, I mean, it went exactly how I expected it to go as well. The Chargers are the much better team right now. I've never been a Carson Wentz guy. Carson Wentz starting for the Vikings. So It went, I didn't think it was going to be that bad of a blowout. I was pretty bored with the game by like halftime, third quarter, but It went how I expected. Chargers win.
Yeah.
No surprise there.
Yeah, so, just let everybody know, right now, last week, Justin and I went 11-4. We've been doing this for 2 weeks now. We have a record of 22-7. So that's a pretty good damn record for two guys picking our own, our picks for the week. So, but Noah, let's get into it. Let's do it right now. 49ers versus the Texans, 42.5 over under a 1.5 point game. The 49ers are coming into Texas at the 1 o'clock game. Who you got?
I'm going with the 49ers for sure, man. Mac Jones has been playing some solid, I want to say unbelievable, and be extra like I tend to be when I do shows, but he's been playing some solid ball for the maroon and gold. So I'm going to take the 49ers. The Texans have been on a slump. CJ Stroud's been so. Give me the 49ers.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Noah. I'm picking the 49ers as well. Mac Jones and the 49ers have been playing pretty good football without Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy's out again this week. Yep. I don't know if Ricky Pearsall is going to be out again this week. I think he is. Nico Collins is going to be missing for the Texans. The Texans offense just looks stale. That sophomore slump has come true for CJ Stroud, unfortunately. So I'm picking the 49ers as well. Justin, actually, we have a Justin. Justin sent me his pick'ems for the week as well. He picked the Texans. I don't know why, but he picked the Texans probably because last week he said the Texans defense could stop the Seahawks, but we know the Seahawks whooped their ass. So next game is the Bears 4-2 versus the Ravens 1-5, a 49.5 over under a 7-point spread. I'm going to just say it right now. I think the Bears come into Baltimore and whoop that ass. I'm just going to say it. Noah, what do you think?
I'm with you 100% too, man. I will never pick the Ratbirds to win a game, especially when they're 1-5 and the Browns look somehow better than them right now. I know Lamar Jackson's hurt and whatnot, and he might play this week. I don't know if they officially ruled him out or in, but I'm still going with the Bears. The Bears have been hot so far. Let's rock and roll with it.
Yeah, the Ravens defense just hasn't even looked good either. With who doesn't matter what backup quarterback they come in with.
Right.
They just haven't looked that good. Even if Lamar Jackson does not play, I still think the Bears still beat them.
Yeah.
The Ravens are just not playing good football.
No, not at all. And I'm totally 100% perfectly fine with that too.
And Justin actually picked the Baltimore Ravens over the Bears. Wow, we're not on the same page this week, I guess. So
that's funny. I feel like he's being very contradictory right now. I don't get what his thought process is, but hey, maybe he'll prove us wrong this weekend.
Hey, I've been, we have one of our loyal viewers in here, Austin Art. He's been picking some good games. Like last week, he picked, I think it was the week before, he picked the Falcons over the Bills and the Carolina Panthers to beat the Cowboys. He's been doing pretty dang good. We picked some good ones too. But on to the next one. Next one is the Bills 4-2, Panthers 4-3, 7-point game, 46.5 over under. The Bills, they've been kind of losing some games they should be winning. And they've won some games they should have lost. But I think the Bills are pretty pissed off. I think Josh Allen and the crew are pissed, and they actually, it's a make-right game for them. I think the Bills come out hammering on the Panthers. Noah, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I'm with the Bills too. I respect what's going on with Carolina. They've done some good things. It's to note Bryce Young's not going to be playing in this game either. It'll be Sam Darnold getting the start. Josh Allen and the Bills are going to go in there and take care of business.
It'll be Andy Dalton getting the start. Josh Darnold plays for the Seahawks now.
Oh, what did I? Oh, I said Sam Darnold. I definitely meant Andy Dalton. I'm thinking of the same, the face. No, you're totally right. It's Andy Dalton. That's on me.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see if the Red Rifle can go out there and win a game that they really shouldn't win. So, but I guess we'll see. Next up is the Browns and the Patriots. Browns are 2-5. Patriots are 5-2. Over under is 40.5. 7-point game. The Browns are going into New England. Now, you know what, Noah, you go ahead and tell them why you're not picking this game on this show right now.
Yeah, so every week that I feel confident I make a pick, it doesn't go well. For those who don't know, we talk Cleveland Browns pretty frequently over at the office. So I'm just backing out. I think there are plenty of ways the Browns can go in here and win this game. This could be a get right, get the season back on track, feel good about what you got going on. But there's a lot of ways they could go about losing this game too. So instead of putting my fandom into it and trying to be like the Browns win or the Browns lose tight or the Browns get blown out because I'm pissed off at Stefanski or this, that, and the other, I will just reserve myself and enjoy football and enjoy this rookie class. So I am removing myself from the picks here. There's a lot of things that could go right, a lot of things that could go wrong. It is to note the last time the Browns won in New England, 1992, Bill Belichick was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I actually I saw your guys' short roll on Facebook this morning actually, and you asked Eric, your other co-host on At the Office, and I was surprised he got it right. I was like, wow, he knows his stuff. But congratulations, Eric, you were right on 100%. So let's see here. Justin picked the Patriots to beat the Browns. Austin Art picked the Patriots beating the Browns. So I'm kind of like on the fence, believe it or not, because the Browns last week, I know you guys played against the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins have not looked very good. But the Browns defense seems to be, they still seem to be up in the top echelon of the NFL. But unfortunately, Noah, I'm going to pick the Patriots to win this game. I just don't know if the Browns can truly hold Drake May in that offense. And, I'm just going to pick the Patriots. Sorry.
No, that's fair. I'll give you Eric's pick. Eric went 24-10 Patriots as well. I totally get it. I'm totally there. I could 100% see it. I just am hoping that this defense that has been touted and has played at times this season like the best defense in the NFL, one of the best at least, can get to a young quarterback, put some pressure on him, make him make some stupid mistakes, and give us a Cleveland Browns win behind Dylan Gabriel and an abysmal offense.
Yeah, and that's the thing is it's like it's hard. It's really hard to truly like go 100. Like I couldn't go to the casino and put money on that game because you got Dylan Gabriel and the Browns defense, but then you got Drake May who is. He has his good games and he's had his bad games. Their run game likes to fumble the ball a lot. So it's like, who do you really pick? But, I'm going to go ahead and pick the Patriots. Next up, the Dolphins and the Falcons. Dolphins 1-6. Falcons are 3-3. The Dolphins are coming into Atlanta, 44.5 over under, a 7.5 point game. Noah, what do you think?
I think the Dolphins are an absolute dumpster fire and are going to lose this game by a lot. And it'll be the time that they finally fire Mike McDaniel, because I can't believe they didn't do it after that Browns game, because they looked lost out there in Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland.
Yeah, I was actually surprised that they didn't give McDaniels his walking papers. But hey, you know what? I'm not the GM. I'm not the owner of the Miami Dolphins. But, I have Bijan Robinson on my fantasy football team. He has been winning me some football. I'm 7-1, or I'm sorry, I'm 6-1 right now because this is week 8. So I'm 6-1 right now in my fantasy football league. Bijan has been he's just been a workhorse for me in that Atlanta Falcons team. I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons as well because the Dolphins are literally a can of tuna and should be thrown in the trash.
100%.
It's just, you just don't know what you're going to get with the Miami Dolphins now these days.
You're not getting anything. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get a blowout loss until Mike McDaniel is fired.
Right. And Justin actually, he picked the not Miami. Oh my goodness. He actually picked Atlanta Falcons as well. So here we are. We're clean slate. All of us picked the Atlanta Falcons. Austin Art picked the Atlanta Falcons in the chat as well. Next up, the Giants 2-5 versus the Eagles 5-2. 43.5 over under. 7.5 point game. Oh, Noah. The Giants, playing good football. They've won some games they should not have won, and they just impress you for a minute, and then they disappoint you the next minute. The Eagles start off hot. They're losing football games they shouldn't be losing. Noah, are you picking the Giants or are you picking the Eagles? Are you going to go with the underdog or are you going to go with the Super Bowl champs?
So this is a fun one for me because I have a lot of friends from college that are die-hard Eagles fans. So a piece of me is with them because it makes me happy to see my friends happy, right?
Yeah.
That being said, there's a man in New York City that has been absolutely electric to watch in Cam Scatterbo in Jackson Dart. And I just feel this is going to be one of those Giants games that everybody is talking about. Like you said, a game they shouldn't have won, but they won because they're fun. And damn it, they're fun. Give me the Giants.
The Giants. All right. And see here, we already know Austin Art in the chat's going to pick the Eagles. He's a multi-team fan. He's a Buccaneers fan. He's a Bengals fan. He's an Eagles fan. He's picking the Eagles, of course. Justin is picking the Eagles as well. But you know what? Just because my friends do the same stuff all the time, I'm going with you, Noah, because you're right. Yeah. You know who Scatterbo reminds me of?
Who's that?
He reminds me of a young Mike Allstott, number 40 from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You give him the rock, and he runs the damn ball, looks for contact, looks to see who he can put on their ass. I'm going with the Giants. Sorry, Austin Arts, but I'm going with the Giants over the Eagles. Next up is the Jets versus the Bengals. I could easily tell you guys go watch Running Through the Jungle on Wednesday's podcast. You've seen that I picked the Bengals, and I did pick the Bengals over the Jets, the 0-7 Jets versus the 3-4 Bengals. The over and under is a 44.5 with a 6-point spread. The Jets are a mess, Noah, man. Hot mess. Like, when they signed Justin Fields, I was like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing? And they brought in Aaron Glenn, and I love Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn was a hell of a football player. And I'm not going to blame it all on him of reason why the Jets are doing as bad as they are. But anyways, I'm picking the Bengals. Noah, if you don't pick the Bengals, that's fine. You know, this isn't a Bengals podcast that we're doing right now. But Noah, who are you picking, the Jets or the Bengals?
Yeah, I can't in good faith, as much as I love to see the AFC North rivals lose football games, especially ones that we trade quarterbacks to, and then he looks amazing on Thursday night. Miss you, Joe Flacco. Hope you're doing well down there in Cincinnati, sitting at the bar by yourself, or whatever that quote was. Yeah. No, I can't in good faith say anything but the Bengals. They looked great on Thursday Night Football. The Jets are garbage. Give me the Bengals.
Yeah, you know, and our host of the show also, Justin Lacey, he took the Bengals, of course, over the Jets. You know, I'm just hoping that the Bengals, and, you know, thank you to the Cleveland Browns for letting us take Joe Flacco from you guys. He's kind of given our offense a little bit of confidence, a little bit of boost to our offense. But that being said, y'all, I'm going to take a quick commercial break. Just bear with me because I got to pause all this garbage. All right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break. You guys will see a commercial break thing. And then Noah and I will be right back. All right. Welcome back to the Friday Night Pick'em Show with my co-host, my guest host, my hostess with the mostest, Noah Olson from At the Office, a Cleveland podcast. See, I got it right that time, Noah. A Cleveland
yes, you did.
podcast.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. So here we go. We are up next is the Buccaneers 5-2, Saints 1-6, 4.5 points, 46.5 over under. Noah, who are you taking, the Bucs or the Aints? I mean the Saints.
Yeah, this is another easy one for me. The Bucs are playing good football. They've had their ups, they've had their downs. Baker had a rough game. I believe it was last week. If not, it was the week before that. I get my prime times mixed up a little bit. I watch so much damn football in a season. But yeah, the Bucs are the way better team here. Give me the Bucs all day, every day, and twice on Sunday at 4:05 Cleveland time.
Nice. All right, and let's see here. Justin took the Saints. What the hell? He must have been drinking earlier. He must have got off work and started drinking. So Justin took the Saints. I'm taking the Buccaneers because Baker Mayfield, you know, he's playing great MVP football. He really is MVP football. You know, there was a quote I seen out there that said, you know, if you want to be a good quarterback, you got to leave Cleveland. Well, Baker Mayfield has been proof. I'm going with the Buccaneers. Sorry, Noah, but I had to put that in there, buddy.
You're totally fine. We could go into that whole situation because I truly don't think Baker would have ever, you know, panned out to be what he is today without leaving Cleveland and getting humbled and whatnot. Right. But yes, it is fun to make fun of us in our quarterback situation. We do it to ourselves all the time.
Yeah. All right. Next up is the Cowboys versus the Broncos. What do we got? A 50.5 over under, a 3.5 point game. Now that's 3.5 points to Cowboys, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Noah, I already know who I'm picking. Who are you picking? The Cowboys or the Broncos?
I'm leaning Cowboys, man. This is gonna be my feisty-ish kind of take of the day. They've played some solid football. They've been up, they've been down. They're 500 right now. The Broncos are a good team, but they are a beatable team in my opinion. So I could see this being one of those games that flip into the underdog's favor, and that's kind of the only reason I'm really going Cowboys here.
Yeah, Justin actually took the Cowboys right along with you. I think you guys need to drink a little bit more. I'm going to pick the Broncos because the Broncos, if you saw what Bo Nix did last week, he put 39.9 points up in fantasy football. They came out there that second half after they were getting beat, and he was doing everything with his legs, with his arms. Cortland Sutton was getting involved. The run game was getting involved. The defense stepped up and played like that defense should. I think the Broncos have the better defense here. Even though I think Dak is the better quarterback than Bo Nix, of course. They do have CeeDee Lamb back and they do have George Pickens back. But I just think the Broncos defense can hold out and beat the Cowboys. So I'm picking the Broncos to beat the Cowboys. Next up, Titans versus the Colts. Titans 1-6, Colts are 6-1. 47.5 over under a 14.5 point. Woo! I think that's the most points in all of these games this week.
It is, yeah.
Noah, who are you going with? I shouldn't even have to ask you, actually, honestly, but
we could just move on to Packers Steelers if you want, because this game is going to be boring. It's definitely going to be only broadcasted in a select few states. And give me the Colts, man. I mean, the Titans are a mess right now. Cam Ward has shown flashes, but brief flashes when I say something like that. So I just can't in good faith say anything else but the Colts.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm picking the Colts. Just a little FY because, I do like to bring in a little fantasy football stuff during this podcast. I have Tyler Warren, the rookie tight end out of Penn State, on my fantasy football team. And a lot of people in our fantasy football league thought I was crazy, drafting this kid. But he's caught touchdowns. He's ran touchdowns. He's actually putting up some good points every single week, keeping me in it. Danny Dimes is looking like Danny Dimes these days. He's not out there looking like old Danny Pennies from the New York Giants.
Living up to the nickname for once in his life.
Yeah, Jonathan Taylor is looking like the best running back in the game right now. Lou, our old defensive coordinator, is cooking up some good defenses for the Colts. So I'm going to go with the Colts as well, of course, over the Titans. Next up, Packers 4-1-1, Steelers 4-2. Packers are coming in to Pittsburgh. 45.5 over under a 3-point game. Noah, who you going with?
I will never pick the Steelers no matter what. The Steelers will never be my answer on anything ever at any point in time. The Packers by 50.
Woo! Packers by 50. He's like the Packers going to drop 50 points on your ass and you ain't going to score. So go ahead.
Belt to ass on Aaron Rodgers. Payback. Shame. I don't care. It's Pittsburgh. They can lose every game. Every game. He
has no hate against the Pittsburgh Steelers at all. There's no AFC North hate in there at all. It's just, it's just facts. Okay. So that being said, I'm picking the Packers over the Steelers as well because honestly, the Packers have a better Packers defense is playing better than the Steelers defense, even though the Steelers have the number one highest paid defense in the league. We've seen what happened against the Bengals last week. They shit the bed. They got beat by the Bengals in our awful defense, and we still beat the Steelers. I'm picking the Packers over the Steelers all day, every day. Next up in the last game, Monday Night Football, the 3-4 Commanders are coming to Arrowhead versus the Chiefs 4-3. A 47.5 over under and 12.5 points. Noah, what you thinking?
Yeah, it's the Chiefs. Jaden Daniels out. The Commanders are a good football team by all means, but the Chiefs are going to take care of business solely because of that quarterback injury. And the line, the minus 12.5 plus 12.5, says that to a T. What are you thinking, man?
Yeah, it seems to me that the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes have hit, a different gear after they were losing some of those games. And that seems to be the norm with Kansas City. But yeah, I think even if Jaden Daniels was playing and healthy, going into Arrowhead and trying to beat the Chiefs against the refs, against the Chiefs, it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. I've seen it. I'm a Bengals fan my whole entire life. We've seen what's happened over the last couple of years. Going into Arrowhead and playing the Chiefs, that's a big shoes it's a big shoes to fit. And I don't know who the backup quarterback is for the Commanders. I have no idea who it is, but it ain't going to matter because the Chiefs are they're rolling, man. They're rolling, and there'd be no way in hell that I would pick the Commanders over the Chiefs. So, like I said, picking the Chiefs. Justin also picked the Chiefs. Austin Arts, look at there. We got somebody in the chat agreeing with us. The Chiefs as well. And you know what? That is the end of the show. Noah, again, thank you so much for coming, bro. I know it was a last minute thing. Definitely go subscribe, go listen, go watch, go share with your friends. The Office, and come, of course, Running Through the Jungle, share our podcast, subscribe, give us 5 stars on our podcast platform, on all your podcast platforms. Noah, you have any final thoughts or anything you want to plug in here?
I'm just happy to watch some football as always. Former football player myself, so I'm very, very happy always when football is on my TV and I have access to it. And I'm not talking about the UFL. I'm talking about the real damn thing. Make sure you check us out on YouTube. YouTube is our main platform for everything. If you subscribe to us and leave a comment over on At The Office CLE or look up At The Office, a Cleveland sports show, we are giving away another jersey, a Browns jersey or Cavs jersey. So if that doesn't tickle your fancy, I'm sorry, but it's a Browns or Cavs jersey of your choice shipped to your door. So come check us out over at The Office.
So I didn't win that jersey, huh?
No, you didn't. Not the last one. You can enter this one still if you want.
Dang it. I was hoping to get a Cleveland Cavaliers jersey. At least I would wear that because, I'm from Ohio.
You should.
I'm born and raised in Ohio, of course, but I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. I grew up on, the other side of the state. Noah's up on the other side of the state. We got different fandoms going on. A lot of traders in my side of the woods, they like those Pittsburgh Steelers. They hopped that wagon back in the 70s. So, but yeah, I'm a diehard Cincinnati Bengals fan. Come join us on Running Through the Jungle, our Roaring Reactions, our Running Through the Jungle show that we actually review the games of who we're playing. Sometimes we have some special guests on there depends on who we play and if we can get somebody to represent. Noah was actually there week 1 when we played against the Browns. That was a fun episode. But come and watch us. And of course, you know what? We're not just the Cincinnati Bengals here. We're doing all of the NFL, reviewing these games and giving us, giving our thoughts on the game and who they're gonna win and who's gonna lose. So share with your friends, share with your neighbors, cousins, ex-girlfriend's brother, whatever you need to do. Same thing with At The Office. Again, Noah, thank you so much for coming and filling in. I appreciate you. Austin Art, as always, brother, thank you for visiting us and for putting in your comments in the chat. Have a great, wonderful Friday, a great weekend, and y'all take care.